A 15-year-old boy was forced to drop out of school and had to earn a living selling ice cubes. One day, while working, a wealthy young man suddenly drove his car toward him. The boy, startled, dropped the ice cubes on the ground. However, instead of apologizing, the rich kid mocked him for being poor. The boy could only move aside in helplessness. Then, he noticed a newspaper on the ground with the story of a man named Andrew. Andrew had dropped out of school at age 12 to work. He was constantly looked down upon by rich kids, but through persistence, he eventually became a billionaire. This story deeply moved the boy. He decided that he would become a billionaire, making all those who had ever bullied him regret their actions. When the boy returned home, he showed his father the newspaper and shared his dream of becoming a billionaire. But to his surprise, his father told him that it was impossible for him to ever become rich. The boy fell silent, looking at his ailing mother. He didn't want to live a miserable life like his father, unable to even afford his mother's medicine. He decided to venture out into the world. He knew that only by making a lot of money could he save his mother. But with no money and no ticket, he secretly climbed aboard a train that had just started. When he woke up, he realized the train had taken him all the way to Texas. He jumped off the train and discovered that a local farmer was hiring workers. The boy desperately pushed his way to the front, trying to sell himself to the farmer. The farmer, however, wanted strong, healthy workers. Without hesitation, the boy picked up a nearby overweight man and carried him. The farmer was amused and decided to hire him. On the farm, the boy met Gus. Gus had been born into a wealthy farming family but had to leave when the Great Depression hit. His dream was to revive his family's farm and become the largest landowner in Texas. Two young souls, both struggling, formed a bond. One evening, the boy watched as the workers gathered to play cards. He suddenly fell into deep thought. He realized that as long as he kept working for others, he would never become a billionaire. The next day, while the others were just getting up to work, the boy was already gone. He had started working at 3 a.m., understanding the workflow of the farm. He then taught his co-workers how to divide the tasks. One person would dig the holes, another would install the posts, just like a factory assembly line. The farmer watched from a distance, smiling with satisfaction. Their efficiency greatly increased, and they finished the work ahead of schedule. The boy earned a bonus, $30, his very first seed money.